Hello and welcome to our tutorial today. Today we'll be looking at lists, how to create a list. And in HTML we have basically three types of lists in which we are going to look at them. Though in most cases you see people making use of two, but I will try as much as possible to explain the three of them and their differences. The first list we'll be looking at is called the ordered list. We use the OL tag for that. Ordered list. O ordered, L standing for list. And in a list, let's say you want to have a list of your friends, a list of fruits, a list of countries of the world. That means you have series of items, right? So you will not just be writing them like that. You have to take them one after the other. So you now wrap them in a tag we call li tag, each of them. Let's say, for example, you want to write the list of friends you have. You can decide to say Ben. Ben is your friend. Then you have another friend called maybe Dan. Then you have another friend maybe called Sam. All right, now let's see how this will appear on the browser. I save my work and then go to the browser and refresh. So you see I have Ben, I have Dan, and I have Sam. Now you notice that we have numbers 1, 2, 3, and we did not include that number in our VS Code. That's the coding aspect of it. But how come the browser is now displaying it with numbers? The reason is because we are using OL, ordered tags, which stands for ordered. So am I using the OL to wrap them means, hey browser, please, I'm looking for a ordered list. So assuming we add another person here, maybe we add another name of another particular person here, we can decide to say maybe Sarah. If I save and go to the browser, you discover that automatically Sarah will now be number 4. So that's the first kind of list we have in HTML. And we have this other one, the second one, called unordered list. We have another one called unordered list. It's still like the ordered list, but it is just that in this particular one, there will be no numbering. So we still do the same thing. But this time around we'll be using UL. This time around we'll be using UL instead of OL, which stands for ordered list, but the UL stands for unordered list. So the next thing we'll do will still be to continue wrapping our each individual member with the li tag. Let's say in this case you might be looking at maybe various countries of the world, so you can choose to say Spain. Okay, and then we can have another country, maybe France. We can have another country, maybe this time around we can have India. We can have another. Okay, let's check what we have on the browser. You can keep on adding if you want to. I'll refresh my work after saving it with Ctrl S. You see we have Spain, France, India, and I believe you have already spotted the differences. Unlike this one that we have series of numbers controlling it, here we only have this dot. So if I add another country to this, let's say another li tag, we have maybe England. Let's refresh that and see what will happen. So England will automatically be added to the list. So that is it for the unordered list. And the first one we took part, we did was the ordered list. Then there is another list. These are the two major lists you'll be seeing throughout your coding training and also your career as a programmer in most cases. But we have another list called the description list. We have another list called the description list. This particular list is a bit different from this two. Okay, in the description list we don't do UL or OL. In this case, like you might already be thinking in your mind, we use what we call the DL. DL, which stands for description list. And in a description list, we don't have LI, no. What we have is the DT, which stands for description title. The title of whatsoever you want to look at. So let's say, let me be using the countries. So Spain. And then the next thing we'll have will be the DD, which stands for the description data. What do you want to write about that particular? So that I can say I love Spain. Now let's see how that appears on the browser. I'll refresh it. You see, we have a list, but we have a write-up under that particular list. Okay, I can keep on writing things as much as I want, or generate a dummy text like we did, and then refresh. Let's see what we have. Okay, now let's create another one and then see what will happen. I will still do the same thing. I will come here and then do another DT. Let's say maybe England. That's the title. And then the DD will write series of things about the country England. Then we can have another one. I always respect my indentation. Can have another DT, maybe a country like India, and then the DD, then generate series of text for that particular country. And then let's refresh and see what we have. Wow, so Spain having a series of write-up for that particular one, then England, and of course India. And we can also do something of that nature for the ordered and the unordered list. Let's say, for example, we wanted to add for Spain here. So I can actually create another list, like a nested list. Let's say I do another OL here, just under the Spain, and then begin to write other things for the Spain. Let's say, for example, various states in the Spain. We can have state 1. And then let me just copy this and paste to save time. We can have state 1, then let me change this to 2, and of course 3. So let's check that out, what we have on the browser. Refresh, and then we check that out. Now you see, under Spain we now have the series of states or the cities in Spain, like Madrid and the rest of them. So this is how we can actually nest a list inside of another list. You can do the same for France, you can do the same for India, and as well as England. So I want to give you guys a task for today. Your task for this particular post is to create an ordered list of the fruit you like. That's for the ordered list. Then the unordered list should be about the list of your friends, and then a description list should be about the things you love. Do that and post it in the community. Give us the screenshot of your screen, the snapshot, as well as the code. We want to see the code to post it at the community. I will see you guys in our next video. Thank you very much.